He said, I know exactly what to talk about to get this bitch in my bed. I know exactly what to say to make her panties fly out the window. I know exactly what to say. He said, Megamind. Like the movie, like the...
Mentally ill. Frustrating. See, I should people see it. I haven't shown it in 2 days. We're good. We're good. I think we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Good, we're thriving. Hi, welcome to Boys That Played Me Part 1 featuring Jackie, who is very present right now and not on TikTok. Also, in fact. So, are you going to talk about something or is it just me?
I'm here for moral support.
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk about mine first. Okay,
So here, we're gonna start with the most recent guy that fucked me over. He was really lovely. Okay. So, welcome to the story of how I got played by a white boy. And not just a white boy, a ginger. And not just a ginger white boy, a 5'6" ginger white boy. And not just a
leprechaun.
not just a 5'6" ginger white boy, a 5'6" ginger white boy that lived in buttfuck nowhere, Farmville, California. Anyways, let's get started. Subscribe and follow me because I'm cute. Okay, bye. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning. So I was at the beach with my friend, yes, and I was feeling like a little bit hoey, like not too hoey, but like a little bit hoey, where I was like, okay, I just want to find someone and like talk to them for a little bit and then like make out and then like that's it, you know? So I went hunting and me and my friend, we like saw this group of guys and we were like, oh, they look like they're like around our age, so let's go make our move. So to do that, we went and we sat like 10 feet away from them and just waited for them to hit on us. Which is a great method because it works, okay? Are you judging me?
Nah.
It works.
Nah.
Okay. Okay, and I remember I sat down and I was trying to like think of like, okay, which one do I want, you know? And I was looking at all of them and I went to my friend and I was just like, you know what? I'll take any of them except for the white boy. And then I kept looking over to like let them know that like, hey, come hit on me, you know? And then I just kept making eye contact with the white boy just over and over and over again. And like at some point I was just like, shit, okay, well now I've made eye contact with him too many times, now I have to go for him. But I was like kind of still okay with it because I was just like, I just want to make out and then that's it. And then he said something and we went over there and shut up. And he asked me where I'm from, and I need you to keep that in mind because that comes up later and it's important. He asked me where I'm from.
I was gonna take a bite. A bite. One bite. Alright. Not two.
Another thing, he told me he was 19. Later we find out he wasn't, so he lied to me about his age. Hi, okay, so we later found out that he was 18, which I didn't mention. So he was 18, so don't worry, I wasn't doing nothing illegal. We're still holy children of Christ in this household. And like for what? Like for what?
I'm looking at your piggy bank, I'm sorry.
We didn't get to do what we wanted because he and his friends had to leave because they lived like They lived 3 hours from where we were. But he was like, oh, let me get your snap. And I was like, well, this isn't what I planned for, but okay, fine. So I gave him my snap, and I remember as we were leaving, my friend was like, no. And I was like, it's okay though, because he has abs. And she was like, no, he's ginger, he's tiny. And And he lives in buttfuck nowhere. And I was like, but he has abs though, so it's okay. Because, you know, I'm very, you know, I really care about people's, like, character and, like, you know, the person.
Pulls a Debbie Ryan.
And the person that they really are, you know. Okay, I just want to clarify, I'm not always like that superficial. It's just like with this situation, it's just we didn't really talk or anything, you know? It was basically all just based on, like, physical appearance. So that's just what I was, like, going off of at that moment in time. And she was all like, he looks like he belongs on a box of Lucky Charms. Which, I mean, she's not wrong.
He does look like that.
It's okay. And I was just like, it's okay because it's abs. Ooh, he's not gonna watch this. It's okay. We can say whatever we want.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. You're 5'6". I can beat you up.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I got his snap, and so we started talking. Yes, and then at some point he started talking about, like, dates that we could go on, like being all like, we could go here and, like, go eat here and, like, do this, or, like, let's go to San Francisco and blah 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 blah. And so therefore I thought he was interested in me, because if he just wanted to fuck, why would he
Romanticize it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, usually it's just like, hey, you want to come over sometime, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you, like, don't put in so much effort, you know?
He's clearly never hooked up with someone outside of a relationship.
Okay, so cut to one night. It's like 10 p.m. He jokes about coming over here, and I thought he was serious because I'm gullible as hell. And then he said he was joking. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Don't say that because I'll believe you. And then he was like, why don't you come over here then? And I was like, bet. Dad. And he was like, you're not going to do it. And I was like, yes, I will. Because
Baby, don't play.
because
I will. I'm crazy.
I'm impulsive and crazy, and he challenged me, and I was not going to step down. I was going to do it. So this boy lives 2.5 hours from where I live. So by the time that I started going, it was 11 p.m. So I sat my ass in the car in the middle of the night for 2.5 hours to go see him. And here's the thing, before I left, he was all like, are you really gonna come all the way over here for dick? And I said, no, I'm gonna go all the way over there because I'm starting to like you.
Saying those exact words.
Exactly, those exact words. So, you know, yada yada yada, I spent the night. We had
without saying anything.
We had Bible study.
I'm salty. Okay, you know what?
Bible study.
No, you did not announce to anyone that you were spending the night, and I want to beat you up, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you know what, Loki, I was planning on it because...
You no puedo decir nada.
Because I was going to drive back at 3 in the morning or something.
I finished my Kool-Aid.
Okay, and so then after that, we kept talking like the same way we had been before. Like, it's still seeming like he's interested in me, and keep in mind that we would text like literally all the time. Like, he would like both me and him would respond to each other like pretty quickly, and we would be talking like all day and like until like 3 a.m. or whatever, like all the time. And here's the thing, if you just want to fuck, why are you putting in so much effort? Why are you talking to me so much? Why are you just...
If your only goal is to fuck,
why are you putting in so much effort?
Exactly. And like, not making it all you talk about. Yeah,
exactly. And like, we would talk about other things too. Like, that's the thing. Like, we would have like normal conversations.
Going on dates. Dates.
D-A-T-E-S. Ugh, we love a bitch that can spell. Bitch. Okay. 2 days passed. 2 days since I went over there. He says, I think you should find someone that lives closer to you. And keep in mind, he was all like, oh, I need to talk to you about something. And me, in my mind, I was like, oh, is he gonna tell me he likes me? Because I had caught feelings, because I catch feelings so fast. So fast. And then he goes on to say that it's too far away. But keep in mind, one of the first things that he asked me was where I'm from. So he knew where I live. And then he said he has past experience with long distance. So he already knew that he doesn't fuck with long distance, and he knew where I live. Okay. And here's the thing, like,
if you don't have a good experience with it the first time, don't try it again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he knew he didn't want to try it again. It's like, why are you fucking with me then? Like, what the fuck? And if he just wanted to fuck, he should have been vocal about that. Like, he should have said, like, you don't have to say outright that I just want to fuck you. There's other ways of phrasing it where you can say it. And he didn't
dropping hints.
Yeah, and he didn't do that. He was talking about going on dates. We would talk about things other than that. We would talk, like, all the time. And it's like, to me, in my mind, that says, I like you, or I'm interested. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just the dumb bitch here.
Even a minute of breathing helps you focus.
Yes. I think that he just, like, never should have been started talking to me. Like, at the beach, after he found out where I live, he probably should have been like, I don't know, like, oh, I would ask for your snap, but it's, like, pretty far away. I don't think we could ever hang out. And then I would have understood. Or here's the thing, when I told him that I was starting to like him, he should have been the one to go out there and say, I'm not into you like that. Don't put in effort to come see me because I'm not into you like that. Like, literally just don't be an asshole. Like, just be honest and be vocal about what you want, because he wasn't doing that. He was showing other things. Like, here's the thing, if he didn't specifically say it, but the things he said implied it, then that would be different. But the things he was saying did not imply that. Here's another thing. When we first started talking, there was this one point he came out with, out of nowhere. He said, I know exactly what to talk about to get this bitch in my bed. I know exactly what to say to make her panties fly out the window. I know exactly what to say. He said, Megamind. Like the movie, Megamind. Let's talk about the movie, Megamind. Just out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. When he was just trying to get some pussy.
Ooh, I know what'll get me late tonight.
Like,
a giant four-headed blue man. I hated him.
I was talking about like the first night we started talking. Like, so he knows he just wants pussy.
Megamind.
And he was talking about Meg.
Maybe it's working fast.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh, he gave me like very like I don't know how to talk to girls vibes, or I've only had like 2 girlfriends before vibes. Like
I think he's a virgin.
Like some of the things he said while we were like together were kind of
virgin.
Like yeah, like he didn't know what to say to make it better. Like the things he was saying was just kind of a little bit awkward, you know?
Oh, I know what I'm doing next time I flirt with someone.
I know.
Megamind.
So yeah, I got played by
a leprechaun.
I got played by freaking Countryville farm ass looking ass, freaking ginger ass, leprechaun ass, Irish freaking ass.
It's
5'6" Irish ginger boy. Oh, here's the thing. What is it?
You left your sweater?
What was it? I forgot my sweater at his place, and I was like, bitch, you're gonna get it back to me because I'm not going to you after all you put in that effort. And so he mailed it to me, and when it got here, I sent him a picture, and I was like, oh, it came. Must be the luck of the Irish. And then to just nail it in further, I was like, get it? Because you're ginger. And he was just like, yeah, I get it. Like, and here's the thing, he would not admit to what he did. He would not admit that he played me. And it's like, dude, you led me on.
He's not big brain.
Like, why don't you just admit it and apologize?
Is that why he wanted to talk about Megamind? Because he's not big brain and Megamind is?
He wants to be big brain. He wants to be Megamind. Megamind isn't ginger, so...
I don't think anyone wants to be ginger.
Moral of the story, fuck men, and especially fuck ginger dudes.
Sorry if you're ginger. Not really.
If you're not this one specific dude, I'm sure you're great. But if you are this one specific dude, fuck you. He's not watching this, it's okay. Or if he does,
I don't
why
care.
are you watching this?
He's actress.
See? Do you want to talk about your thing?
Let's go.
Ooh, I'll get out my tea.
So, last June-ish, I want to say, I was working, right? I worked at an amusement park.
I remember this.
And I got put in a kids area. So I was put in a kids area, like only toddlers would go. So I wouldn't meet any cute guys unless they were like dads. And then one day I was at a ride. Oh, I shouldn't say the ride. I was at a ride, right? And this guy with his son came in. It was pretty early in the morning. So, or it was like just not busy at all. So he kept asking me like, oh, can we just go on again without waiting in line again? And I was like, sure, whatever. And so they kept going in line until he got the balls to ask me for my number. And he asked me for my number, right? Keep in mind, this man, kind of. He's 5'8".
Legally a man.
Legally a man. With a toddler, like a son, like he did the dirty and had a child. Asked me.
Sinner.
Asked me for my number. And so we started talking. He finds out that I'm 16. He turned out to be 11 years older than me. He was 27 at the time that we started talking. And obviously, I run to her, I tell her, and she's like, what did you say to me?
You're a dumb bitch.
Exactly. And my friend Priscilla, hi, I know you watch this, I love you, was there with me. She was just like, be careful, you know. Oh, I love Priscilla. And so we started talking, and me, not big brain, got dropped too much as a kid. Fell for him. Oh, ew. But
I mean, I fell for a ginger dude, so. Well, I didn't fall for him, I just liked him.
But I fell for him.
The ginger makes up for the rest of the white, just the fact that he's ginger.
What? Oh, so about 2 months into talking, it was August at this point. I was going back to school. I was going into my senior year of high school. And so, we stopped texting so often because like I was busy with school and he was busy with the job and a son. And then that's when he started kind of getting like toxic. Like we've both admitted, me and him at that point had both admitted to each other, like, we're like kind of toxic. But he didn't tell me to like what extent. He'd be like, oh, what are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm in school. He was like, be more specific. And I'd be like, what the fuck do you want me to say? And like, so that's when like arguments started. And he became kind of like, how do I phrase this? An asshole. because then he, after working, because I didn't work so often, I started to gain weight again because I'm depressed.
This is why people think we're gay.
And so I started gaining weight, right? And he, you know, big brain 27-year-old was like, hey, you're getting fat.
What the fuck?
And at that point, I was like really into him, so I kind of just like swept it under the rug, I guess. Is that a saying?
Yeah, it works. You just like ignored it.
Yeah, I kind of like ignored it, or I didn't take that much importance to it, and then it kept getting like worse and worse. Like at one point, he was like, "You're kind of like fat in the wrong places."
Oh, what? Like he was a fitness god or whatever the hell? He wasn't great himself.
I know. Oh, but I love chubby dudes.
But still, he has no right.
I know that now, but at the time, yeah. So then that's also the point where he wanted to kind of get serious. Ew. He wanted to get serious.
16-year-olds.
Yeah. So he decided to tell me one day, hey, tell your mom about us so I can go talk to her, talk to your dad, and like take you out.
Does he realize that he's 11 years older than you?
He's 11 years older than
and
me.
you're a minor.
11 years older than me. 11 years younger than my dad.
And you're a minor.
Minor details. So I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that. He was like, why? And I'm like, because I'm still a kid and I kind of need time. No, but to like present you to my parents, I guess. And then he's like, stop acting like such a fucking kid. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I could tell my sister, like, give me some time, you know, to like, I'm gonna tell my older sister, because she's very supportive. We hide each other's secrets. There we go. And like, just give me some time. Like, I can't just be like, hey mom, I'm dating this 27-year-old with a 5-year-old son. Let me become a stepmom at 16. And so that's when even more arguments started happening, because me, like, whenever someone raises their voices at me, unless I came out of you, I will not take it. I don't give a fuck who you are. Nobody will raise their voice at me without me saying something back. And even more disrespectful. Only my mother can talk to me like that. So then a month before my birthday, before I turned 17, and so in October, he was like, so when are you gonna tell your mom? And I'm like, no. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for that, like, mentally. And he was like, dude, cause also at that time I was applying to colleges.
Oh yeah, no, that's such a stressful time.
It was stressful. I was trying to keep up with 2 AP classes, because hello, not big brain, no brain cells in here.
You're not looking at the nutrition facts.
No, we're not. And like, I was also dealing with like some other things. And so I took the mental abuse of him calling me fat, telling me to go run, of him pressuring me to tell my mom. And then we stopped talking in October. I was like, you know what? We need some time alone. Like, this just isn't working. So this man hits me up on my 17th birthday. It is my 17th birthday. I'm picking her up from her house. And we're on our way to go get my cake.
Ooh, oh yeah.
And he calls me. And okay, so he texted me that morning. He was like, happy birthday. And I'm like, thanks. like with nothing else. And then, and then he was like, hey, so like, let me take you out for your birthday. Like, I can get us a cabin in like Tahoe. Not sus at all.
It's too creepy. It's too creepy. I'm so sorry.
I mean, getting murdered, yeah, that's fine. I want to die.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's okay if you have been like actually dating for like a while. Like, then it's not weird. But like, that's weird.
That's so
it's
weird.
It's weird. No, that's creepy. No.
And I was like, no, I'm okay. He's like, come on, like.
Trying to pressure you.
He was like, let me take you, and like, you know, we can get your favorite alcohol or whatever for legal reasons. Alcohol is this is my favorite alcohol. And I was like, no. And then so he left me on red. And then he called me with her in the car and my little sister in the car. And we started just straight up yelling at each other. And I was like,
sounds familiar.
And he was like, what are you doing tonight? Let me go get you something. Let me go get... I'm like, no, like, this is for my family and my one friend. Like, fuck you. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. And, like, at that point, I had realized, like, everything, like, mentally that he was doing to me.
As you should.
Yeah. A month away from someone. That's good. And so I was like, no, I just straight up told him, no, like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And then he stopped hitting me up. All we did that day was, in that car, was yell at each other straight up. As I was getting my cake. And, like, it was my birthday. I'm sad enough.
That you lived another year.
That. My grandma died on my birthday.
Wait. You keep going, I'm gonna be right back. Are you gonna go downstairs? No, I'm just gonna get something from over there. I'm gonna say give me a Kool-Aid.
And so I was sad enough. Because I'm just like depressed. In general. No bueno. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Don't date anyone that's older than 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
What was it?
My mom right now gives me... She's like, you can date someone 3 to 5 years older than you.
What's my limit? Let's see, I am...
24 is your limit, isn't it?
26 years is my limit.
Well, yeah, but you're 18.
Yeah.
I'm a minor.
What is it? The guy I'm talking to right now, he's 3 years older than me.
It's not bad.
It's not. Ooh, he's so fun. He can't watch this. If you're watching this...
You're not. No, you're not.
I mean, you are.
No, he's not.
Okay.
So then, later that day, I was like, okay, fine, you can come over, but like for like 5 minutes. And he lived 20 miles away from my house. And he's like, for 5 minutes, I'm gonna drive 20 miles. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is my birthday. You're not gonna talk to me like I'm your fucking bitch. Because I'm not. And then he was like, fine, whatever. He never showed up.
Fuck that.
And he didn't hit me up until a few days ago. Ooh, a whole year after, once I'm trying to process everything and moving on, you know? He hit me up, like, normal. He straight up texted me, like, hey. Huh? Who?
No.
Not me.
No.
So I ghosted him.
Good.
Girly things.
Girly things. Anywho's it, there will be a part 2 because I've been fucked over a lot. There's been a lot. No, yeah, there's probably... I feel like I probably have enough content for like 5 parts or something.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the rest of them because...
It's okay. I'll either do them by myself or like, if you're here, you can just make fun of me too.
Okay.
Okay. So stay tuned for that. It'll be out whenever I feel like it, I guess. Whenever that is. I don't know when this is going to come out either.
It's currently August 30th, the day we're filming.
Oh, don't expose me like that.
Please
This is going to come out like December 30th. I have a video on my phone that I filmed in March.
What about the Korean mukbang?
That's still on my phone.
thing with me?
Okay, I'm
Look.
trying to work on this clothing haul right now, but I'm bloated, so I'm waiting to do the try on part.
We're gonna go do our nails.
Should we eat first?
Yes.
Subscribe, follow me on everything, and if you're a guy, don't fuck me over or you'll end up in one of these videos.
And if it's like a good fuck up, like I'll get involved. Cause I'm crazy.
Ooh, oh, we're both crazy bitches.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's why we work so good together.
Because we're both crazy bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so don't fuck with me because I'm a crazy bitch. Okay,
Me
thank
too.
you. Subscribe.
Do we need to put on my bra?